Hi friends, I'm Paulette, and today we're going to do a mindful flow. Um, and so I'd actually like to start with a meditation because I feel like, we've been in this lockdown, shelter in place for at least 3 weeks now. And so if you're anything like me, you have emotions bubbling up, perhaps even moment to moment. And so I thought we'd start with an equanimity meditation practice. So if you're not in the mood to meditate, you can always fast forward through this part, but I think it's a good place to start, especially for what's been going on. So you can have a blanket, you can have a block. I like to sit on a blanket. I also like it because I like to use it under my knees during the practice, but you can come onto your sits bones, cross-legged position, or you can sit on your heels. And so just coming into a comfortable seat, dropping into your body, deepening your breath. You can use the Ujjayi Pranayama, which is nice to get the activation of the vagus nerve in the back of the throat, connecting to all the vital organs. Get that activated, allowing the breath to be long and deep. And so you can rest your hands on your heart, or you can just leave them on your knees. Either way. And so coming into your body and just noticing how you're feeling right now, what emotions are coming up for you. So today I'm going to be working with fear. That's something that I've been feeling quite a bit. I don't know if you have been, but I think some other people as well. Keep hearing about how anxious people are about the future. So we're just going to sit with whatever emotion that's coming up for you and go through a series of statements. So dropping in and starting with the statement of I am whatever emotion you're feeling. So I would say I am fearful. And just notice how that's showing up in the body. Taking some deep breaths into that. Whatever that bubbles up. And then shifting from that to the phrase, I feel, fill in the blank. And just see what bubbles up for you there. And then transitioning to, I am aware that I'm feeling this emotion. I am aware that I am feeling fear. And then transitioning to, this feeling is welcome. This feeling is welcome. And then lastly, awareness and this feeling are not separate. Awareness and this feeling are not separate. Just notice how that resonates in the body. Notice how that phrasing might feel differently from where we started. And so the idea here is that we can feel the feeling while simultaneously observing the feeling and recognizing a spaciousness behind the feeling. There's a vastness and a wide open space. That is, in some ways, more true to who we are. And not to sound cliche, but it's like the clouds in the sky. And we have the emotions, which are the clouds, and we have the sky. Our consciousness, our awareness, our spaciousness. And so taking in a few more breaths, we're going to start to move in a bit. And just feeling whatever you're feeling here and now, and accepting that that's how you feel. And it might pass. Right? And even if it doesn't pass, just be with it. And let's let that go. Coming onto your hands and knees, you can bring the blanket under your knees like I'm going to do. Just coming into some cow and cats. So inhaling, lifting the tailbone first, arching the back, opening the chest, and exhale, rounding. Tailbone, middle back, upper back, chin to chest, and then inhale, lengthen the spine. So the impetus of the motion starts from the tailbone, and exhaling. Inhaling, tailbone, middle back, upper back, head, and exhale, tailbone, rounding the spine, chin to chest. And doing a few more at your own pace, following your own breath pattern. And then slowly making your way back to a neutral spine. Bringing your right leg out. Sole of the feet is down, and we're going to sit back onto the left heel. Stretching out that right thigh, hip. And inhaling, coming back to center. And extending your left leg and exhaling, pressing back. Inhaling, coming back to center. And then curling the toes under, pressing back into down dog. You can pedal out the feet, stretching out the calves. Maybe even moving the sides of the hips from side to side. You can move your blanket out of the way, just roll it to the side. And then bending the knees, looking up between the palms and stepping the feet in between the palms, coming into a forward fold. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rounding up your back. Circling the arms. And exhale, Samasthiti, coming into Tadasana. And so let's start our flow. So inhaling, the arms come up. And exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling into a flat back. Exhale, stepping the left foot back and then the right coming into plank. Dropping the knees, the chest and the chin. And lifting into Cobra. So relaxing the shoulders away from the neck. And then coming down, curling the toes under, and lifting through your core and pressing back into down dog. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Inhaling, looking up between the palms, bend the knee, step the feet, coming into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up the spine, circling the arms, and exhale, Samasthiti, back to the beginning. Moving forward, inhaling the arms, and exhaling, folding forward and down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time stepping the right foot back and then the left, coming into your plank. You can come through knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga, so bending the elbows, keeping the elbows along the sides of the body, and inhaling into cobra or up dog. And exhaling, down dog. You can roll right over your toes. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. And exhale, bending the knees. This time either jump or step your feet. Coming into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms. Lengthen up through the spine. And exhale, back to Tadasana. We're going to move on. So this time, bending the knees, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. So hips sit back, bringing the weight onto your heels. And then exhale, release the palms, come forward. Inhale, step the left foot back. Bringing the arms up to the sides in your lunge, and then up and over the head into crescent lunge. And exhale, release the palms, come down. Step that right foot back. You can come through the dog or into your chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. And exhale into down dog if you're not already there. This time, inhale, the left leg lifts. Bend the knee, step the foot in between the palms. I'm going to help myself here because this hip went through a replacement last summer. And we're going to bring the arms up to the sides. And then inhale all the way up into your crescent lunge. And then exhale, release the palms, come down. Either press back into down dog, or you can do knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Good, taking 2 deep breaths here. Inhaling, looking up between the palms, bend the knees, step or jump the feet. Coming into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circling the arms up. And exhale, Tadasana. Moving forward, bending the knees, sitting into the heels, arms come up, chair pose. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Stepping the left foot back. This time grounding the heel. You can step the left foot out a little bit more to the left edge of the mat for your hips, just giving your hips plenty of space as you inhale into Warrior One. Deep bend in that front leg. And then exhaling into Warrior Two, turning the chest over towards your left. Arms come to shoulder height. Let me step this leg back a little bit, give myself some space. Inhale, coming into reverse warrior, left arm down the back of the left leg. Right arm lifts, feeling the stretch in the right side. And then exhale, extended angle. So you can rest your right forearm onto your right thigh, or you can bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. I'm just feeling that nice long line of energy running up from the edge of the left foot to the top of the fingers. And then exhale, release that left palm, comes down. Right palm comes to the outer edge of the right foot. And then you can, again, down dog or through your chaturanga in your way. Good, and let's lift the left leg up. Step that foot in between the palms, grounding down through that right knife edge of the foot, stepping the foot out if you need to for the hips, and then inhaling into Warrior One on this side. And exhaling Warrior Two, nice long arm span. Check that back foot. Inhale into reversed warrior, lifting that left arm up. And exhale into extended angle, finding your version. So either resting the forearm on that thigh or bringing the palm down inside the left foot. And then let's inhale, coming back through your Warrior Two. And inhaling into reverse. And then we'll kneeling the arms down to the floor and make your way into down dog. Feeling your shoulder bones on your back spreading. Feeling the softness of the breath in your belly, fingers are spread wide. And then let's inhale, bending the knees. Jump or step the feet, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up the spine. Vertebrae by vertebrae, inhaling the arms, exhaling Samasthiti. All right, so we're going to take a little pause here and do some balancing poses. This time I am going to mirror you, so it's a little easier. So we're going to start by balancing on the right leg, grounding down through the right leg, and coming into tree pose, so you can bring your left foot to the inside of your right ankle, or into the calf, or into the thigh. You can use your arm to help you if you like. And then bringing the palms into the center of the chest, or inhaling, bringing them up and over the head. So feeling your left foot press into the right thigh, creating that balance. And breathe. Maybe you can hold it more than me. And then exhale. So release, see if you can release with control, unlike me. And coming out of that, we're going to move to the other side. So grounding down through the left leg, right foot comes into the inner ankle or into your calf or into the thigh. So really pressing that foot into the thigh. And then inhaling, the arms can come into the chest or up and over the head. It's easy. And then slowly releasing with control, shake it out, and let it go. All right, so we're going to come down into a squat. So you can bring your feet wider than hip width distance. Toes can point to the corners of the room. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can bring the feet in so that they're more parallel. It's a little bit harder. And then dropping the tailbone down, you can interlace the fingers and just rest your head on your fist. And release. And it looks like we're set up for crow pose. So you can stay in Malasana if you like, or if you would like to move into crow. Fingers are wide because this becomes your base, becomes your feet. And you're going to draw the belly up and in strongly. Start to bring the knees up towards the tops of the arms or even into the armpits. Bending the elbows. So they become like shelves for the knees. And then draw the belly up, up, up. Maybe lifting one foot and maybe lifting the other. Look forward, not down. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, release the feet. I know some people like to jump back. I'm not a huge fan of that. So you could certainly jump back. We can try it again. You could jump back into plank. With the fingers, I sometimes like to even curl them. Like I used to take piano lessons, and she always told me to curl my fingers. So your fingers are never really like that, but you have a little bit of grip happening. It's much easier when you're in crow and even in handstand. Okay, so let's try that again. So bringing the knees high on the arms, drawing the belly up and in, finding that balance, maybe lifting one foot then the other, bringing the toes together. Draw the belly up and in, look forward. And then jump back or release the feet down. And let's press ourselves back into down dog. Inhale, look up between the palms, bend the knees, jump or step your feet, coming into forward fold, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, start to lift up through the spine, circling the arms. Exhale, Tadasana. All right, so we're going to move back into a little bit of a flow. So coming into Tadasana, let's inhale the arms. Exhale, fold forward and down. Good. Inhale, let's go ahead and toe heel the feet closer together, bend the knees. Come into your Utkatasana. Bring the weight into your heels. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. And then we're going to twist to the right. So keeping that left hip back. And you can take that left elbow to the outside of that right thigh, bringing the weight onto the right foot, and then slowly bringing that left leg back into a twisted lunge. If you'd like, you can open up the arms. And then bring the palms back together. And then bring the palms onto the floor. Stepping that right foot back, you can come through vinyasa or right into down dog. Exhale. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, look up between the palms. We're not going to actually jump or step the feet. We're just going to switch sides. So lifting your left leg up, bending the knee, and stepping the foot in between the palms. Actually, let's bring both feet up. We'll start where we started before. Coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. And twisting over towards your left. Bringing the right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. And then bringing the weight onto your left foot. And maybe releasing that left or that right foot back. Coming into the lunge. And release the palms down. Step your left foot back, come into plank. And again, you know what to do. You can go through your vinyasa or you can come into down dog. And then just breathing here. And so lifting the right leg up, bend the knee, step it through, coming back into your lunge, and then we're going to drop the left knee down onto the mat. Okay, if you need your blanket, you can go ahead and bring your blanket underneath your left knee. And then bringing your right palm inside the right foot, coming into lizard. So staying here up on your palms, or you can come down onto your forearms. Or if you like, you can use that right palm to press that right thigh open, coming into the razor edge of that right foot. And release. Coming back onto your palms. Curling the back toes under the left toes and lifting back up. Walking your right foot back to center, coming back into your lunge. And then switch the legs. So bringing the right foot back, the left foot forward. Bringing both palms inside of that left foot so you can toe heel the foot out to the edge of the mat if that feels good. Dropping the right knee, uncurling the back toes, and then staying up here on your palms, or you can come down onto your forearms. And then if you'd like, you could press that left thigh open. And just making sure that you're breathing. And then coming back to center, come back onto your palms, curl the back toes under, step that left foot back. Let's come into our down dog. Lifting the right leg up, bending the knee and opening up the hip. And then you can stay right here opening up that right hip, or if you want to come into Wild Thing, you can turn, extending that right leg and opening up your chest. I don't know if you're shaky, I am. And then exhaling, coming back into down dog, lifting the left leg up, bending the knee, opening up the hip. And again, like to come into Wild Thing, extending that right leg, opening the chest, and exhale, coming back to center, coming back into your down dog. And then looking up between the palms, bending the knees. You can step it or jump it, coming up into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Then inhale slowly, rolling up the spine. And exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Coming to a wide-legged pose, we're going to come into Goddess Squat. So angling the toes out to the edges of your mat or out to the corners of the room, bending the knees, arms come to the sides. Like you're holding two trays. Good, and then inhale, come back up. We're going to turn the toes towards the left. Good, arms come to shoulder height, lunging forward and coming down into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So if you do any hyperextensions here, you might want to micro bend the knee or micro bend the elbow, bringing that right arm up and over the head for a nice long extension in the right side body. Turning the chest towards the ceiling, maybe looking up at the inside of that right arm and feeling that line of energy from the outer edge of the right foot all the way to the fingertips. And inhale, let's come back to center. Square the feet off again. Interlace the fingers behind the back. You might want to open up the span of your legs a little wider. And then we're going to come forward, stretching out the arms. So you don't have to clasp the palms so that they're side by side. You can have a nice loose hold in the hands. And release the arms down, palms onto the floor. Slight bend in the knees as you roll up. Turning the toes to the right, your right. Arms come to shoulder height. Lunging and bringing that right hand down. Could be on the shin, could be on the ankle, could even be on the floor. And then bending that left elbow and extending that left arm up and over the head. Looking up to the inside of that left arm. And then exhale, release. Let's come into a lunge on this side. Stepping the right foot back. Coming into plank. And then pressing into down dog, or you can go through your chaturanga. Feels good. Exhale into down dog if you're not already there. Inhale, look up between the palms. Jump or step the feet. Good, and exhale. Coming down onto your sits bones. Extending the legs out in front of you. Let's take, now I'll mirror you, so taking your left knee, bending it, stepping the, right foot over your left leg, bending the left knee and bringing the left foot to your right thigh or hip. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling, twisting to the right. So you can use your left elbow to press into your right thigh and twisting from this base of the spine. Breathing deeply. And returning to center. Let's lift the arms back up. Let's extend the legs. This time taking your left knee, bending it, stepping it over the right leg, taking that right foot to the left hip, inhaling the arms up and exhaling over towards the left. I don't know why it's so tough for mirroring. I'm not sure about that, but it gets me all upside down. And then exhale, come back to center. And let's make our way down onto the mat. Bending the knees, keeping the heels in towards the sits bones. And then inhale, pressing into the heels, activating the thigh muscles and lifting the lower back up, coming into bridge. And then bringing the weight onto your left foot, extending the right leg. And then bringing it up, flexing the foot, bringing it back down, pointing the toe, and then drawing the foot back in and lowering down. Good. Inhaling, lifting, extending the left leg, drawing the left leg up, flexing the foot, bringing it back down, pointing the toe, and then bending the knee, stepping the foot down, and releasing down. And this time we're just going to do a regular bridge. So inhaling, pressing into the heels. You can stay here, or interlacing the fingers underneath your back, so you're rolling the shoulders under you. And again, it could be a loose clasp. It doesn't have to be palm to palm here. And then taking one more deep breath. And exhale, lowering down. And releasing the legs. Or you can bend the knees, bring the feet out to the edges of the mat, and let's just wipe or wash the knees from side to side. That feels good. And then extending the legs down the mat. Coming into your Shavasana, you turn the palms up or keep them facing down. And deepening your breath, feeling your forehead relax, the inside of your face, your throat, tongue, teeth, lips, chin, inner ears. Relaxing the back of the head, the neck and the shoulders, the upper back, upper arms, middle back, heart, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, and fingers. Relaxing the stomach, lower back, abdomen, pelvic floor. Softening your thighs, your glutes, the knees, the backs of the knees, the shins and the calves, ankles, heels, arches of the feet, tops of the feet, balls of the feet and the toes. And then just breathing in through the whole body and noticing how you're feeling now at the end of the practice. And see if you can find that space behind that emotion where you become the observer. You can move in and out of the emotion, and feeling it and then observing it and then feeling it. And noticing that spacious awareness in the body. And if you can relax the inner organs, the vascular system, the fascia, and the skin. Any areas that might still hold some tension. Just inviting those areas to relax and release. Turning the gaze inward. Slowly starting to deepen your breath. Bring some movement into your fingers, your toes, rolling your head from side to side. And stretching the arms up and over the head. And exhale, bringing the hands down and the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then lifting the right or the left arm up and over the head and rolling to that side. And coming up into a seated position. And circling the arms up and over the head. Bringing the palms down in front of the heart and just bringing to mind someone who you think might need a little bit of support, love. Someone who might be alone, feeling isolated at this time. And just sending them your love. And then choosing someone else and maybe even a place and just sending your energy over to that person or that place. And then one more being or area you would like to send your love and the energy that you created for this practice, sending it over to that person or being or place. And bringing the forehead, the palms to the forehead, down in front of the heart in love and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and I hope to see you again really soon. Namaste.